In this lesson, I'll show you how to find the differential of an implicit function. The question reads, write the differential dy for the function x cubed plus 3xy minus 2y to the power of 2 is equal to 8. What they're asking for here is the differential equation in terms of dy. Now remember, the differential of y looks like this. dy is equal to f prime at x dx. So what we have to do is find the derivative implicitly in terms of x, solve for dy over dx, and then subsequently solve for dy. Let's start by finding the derivative of x to the power of 3. That part is easy. It's 3x squared. Now since we are deriving with respect to x, we won't need to write down dy over dx next to this term. Let's move on to the next term. The next term is 3xy, and I'll do my work over here because to find the derivative of 3xy you need to use the product rule. It's a little more involved than the power rule for that first term. So I'll make this my first function and this my second function. I'll find the derivative of 3x, multiply it to y, and then add the derivative of y times 3x. So the derivative of 3x is simply 3, leave y the way it is, plus now the derivative of y with respect to x is 1. So I'll write down dy over dx. No need to write down times 1. That's not important. And then 3x remains the way it is. So I'll take this expression and place it right here. Next, I need to find the derivative of negative 2y to the power of 2. Not hard to do. We'll use the power rule. And if you do that successfully, you should end up with negative 4y dy over dx. And the derivative of 8 is 0. What I'll do next is group together all of the dy over dx terms. So this one and this one will remain on one side, and I'll bring these two terms over to the right side. This will give me dy over dx, 3x minus dy over dx, 4y, is equal to negative 3x squared minus 3y. My next step is to factor out the dy over dx here and the dy over dx here, and look what will happen. Dy over dx bracket 3x minus 4y is equal to, the right side stays the way it is, negative 3x squared minus 3y. Next, I need to isolate for dy over dx, so I'll divide both sides by 3x minus 4y, and if you do that correctly, you should end up with the following. And remember, the question was asking us to find the differential of the implicit function. So we need to isolate for dy, this part. To isolate for dy, you multiply both sides by dx. Let's go ahead and do that. That cancels out with this. And on the right side, we have the following expression, dx. Therefore, your final answer should be dy is equal to, and if you don't like to use negatives, notice that both of these terms are negatives. You can factor out a negative. And if you factor out a negative, this becomes positive, that becomes positive, with a negative 1 at the front. And factoring out a negative here makes this negative, this positive. The negative 1 and the negative 1 cancel out, giving us the expression 3x squared plus 3y over 4y minus 3x. Now, if you did not want to do that last step where you factor out a negative, that's fine. Both will work. And so there you have it. That is how to find the differential of an implicit function.